Good afternoon to you listeners out there. We are back on track to serve the latest and the latest gist in the world of sport. This is Solid Sport on this Solid Radio, the afternoon edition of the program. Just as I promised you in the morning, that I'll be talking more about the European leagues that will be kicking off or that will resume starting from today till Monday. We'll be checking the fixtures of English Premier League, Spanish La Liga, German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, and also French League One. And the coaches will be talking to us this afternoon on what to expect from each team. Big game coming up tomorrow at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City will play against Manchester City. That's a big game. Remember what happened early in the season. I'm talking about the curtain raiser at the Wembley Stadium. Leicester City beating Manchester City in the Community Shield, 1 goal to nothing. Tomorrow will be another opportunity for the Guardiola's men to redeem their battered image when they play against the Foxes at the King Power Stadium. These are the many more what we'll be talking about this afternoon right there on Solid Sport on this Solid Radio. I am Samson Adedeji, coming sport evangelist. Before I continue, let me quickly inform you that you can get to listen to us live on www.tsolidradio.tv. You can also follow us on all our social media handle for the best of news and entertainment. Before we journey abroad, let me quickly inform you latest from the Nigerian National League Super Ace playoff that is going on at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu. Let me inform you that the earlier game played today between Gombe United and DMD, 1 goal to nothing in favour of Gombe United. And the second game involving Insurance of Benin and Ekiti United ended 1-1. Action will continue tomorrow in the last round of games in the Nigerian National League Super 8 playoff. And away from that, let me inform you the Nigerian representative in the CAF Confederations Cup, Rivers United, CAF Champions League, Rivers United has arrived at Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, where they will face their opponent Yanga SC in the first preliminary round of the CAF Champions League, and also the opponent of Aqua United, Nigerian champion. I'm talking about CR Belouizdad has landed in Nigeria. They will have their first training today right there in Uyo. Then tomorrow they will train at the Gusu Akpabio Stadium, the venue of the match. The match is slated for Sunday in Uyo. I'll take a break. When I come back to be time to talk about what is going on in Europe starting from today. I'm talking about the resumption of the European leagues. I'll be back. Let me start from the fixtures. Let me read out the fixtures of games that will be going down in Europe, and we are starting from the English Premier League. Tomorrow, launch kickoff at the Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace will play against Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur, they are 100% English Premier League. They have played 3 games and they have won all three. So tomorrow, their record will be put to test again at the Selhurst Park when they play against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, out of 3 games, they have just 2 points, while Tottenham Hotspur has 9 points in 3 games. Also tomorrow at the Emirates Stadium in London, Arsenal will hope to redeem their battered image when they play against Norwich City tomorrow afternoon, 3 p.m. Nigerian time. Brentford will play against Brighton Hove Albion. Leicester City, that's of course the match of the week, will be at the King Power Stadium against Manchester City. Newcastle United will travel to Old Trafford and play against Manchester United. All eyes on Cristiano Ronaldo tomorrow against Newcastle United. Southampton will be at home at St. Mary's Stadium against West Ham United. Watford, newly promoted Watford, will be at the Vicarage Road against Wolverhampton Wanderer. Chelsea, the European champion, will play against Aston Villa also tomorrow. Let's go straight to Selhurst Park and let's get to listen to the coach of Tottenham Hotspur. I'm talking about Nuno Espirito Santo, what he has to say about the tomorrow's game. I'll be back.
Congratulations on your award. And is it the message now, just carry on doing what you're doing?
Thank you for the award. But the award is for everybody. It's for the football club, and especially for the players, because they're the one that, since day one, committed themselves, and they have won the 3 games.
It was quite a tough international break for Spurs, wasn't it? A few injuries. What's the latest with Sonny?
He came like some of our players came with some issues. Sonny is not so well, but let's wait for the club to make the proper announcement and explain to you better with kind of injury he has.
Can you just get a bit of clarity on the Christian Romero and Giovanni Lo Celso? There was reports that they went without the club's permission, that they're going to be fined. There was so much talk about it. Could you just clear that up, Nuno?
Yeah, all the situations that happen is first it's confusing for everybody because we don't have too many news on the government bodies on what we should do and what to expect for the national international break. This is the main concern for us, that things can be solved for the future. But it's really difficult to understand because, first of all, when a player is called up to play for his national team, is one of the most important things that the player has. So we have to understand it, and at the same time understand that this can happen to any players, and not only the South American. Our European players can be suddenly in the same situation because it's a pandemic. Nobody is able to control it. More than that, all the issues, all the situations, we're gonna solve it between ourselves.
Tanguy Ndombele, he stayed at the club. Will he be on the bench at least tomorrow? Is he back in your squad?
We're gonna assess now all the situations and decide the squad for tomorrow. But Tanguy, it's here and it's our player. Let's try to make the best of him.
Finally, from me, the transfer window. Looking back on it, are you happy with your business, or do you think you might be light going forward in some areas? How do you assess it?
I assess it that I'm happy that it's finished. Not only me, I think all the managers are happy that it's finished because during it's a moment of uncertainty, things that sometimes you cannot control. But we have the squad, and this is how we're going to go, and we are strong and happy.
No, congratulations on the award. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you again. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to George Cummings, please.
Thanks, Anthony. Nuno, hello. I was just wondering if you could clear up where Lo Celso, Romero and Davinson Sanchez actually are at the moment. Have you spoken to them in the past few days?
Yeah, I can tell you that they are in Croatia. That's what we decided to do, to try to avoid more problems. So the solution was to try and get him on a country that after that they can join the group. And now they are working with a sports science and a physio in Croatia.
It's clear, international football means a lot to these players. Does the football calendar need to change so, that this doesn't happen again? Because we've got another one next month. I mean, what's your take on what's going to happen next month?
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. Every time that international break comes on, it's always a concern for us as managers, for us as a group, because you cannot control. But there's nothing much more that I could say that will avoid or find a solution for this problem. I think with FIFA, UEFA, Premier League, they know.
That was the voice of Nuno, the coach of Tottenham Hotspur, speaking ahead of the game that will be coming up tomorrow against Crystal Palace at the Selhurst Park. Another big game coming up tomorrow that will come up at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City against Manchester City. Manchester City are vying to claim a third consecutive league win against Leicester. None of the past 11 league meetings has been drawn, with Foxes claiming 4 wins to Manchester City 7. Leicester City have won 3 of their last Premier League home matches against reigning champion, including 3-1 win against Liverpool in February this year. And against Manchester City tomorrow, Nigerian Super Eagles striker Kelechi Iheanacho will make his 100th Premier League appearances for Leicester City tomorrow. He played 46 matches for Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, but for tomorrow, if he gets to play, that will make it 100 matches for Kelechi Iheanacho in the call of Leicester City. Let's go straight to King Power Stadium. Let's get to listen to the voice of Brendan Rodgers, the coach of Leicester, what he has to say about the game coming up tomorrow.
Hi, you okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good, man.
I'm going to start a little bit different in terms of just with the fitness updates. Could you also just give us the availability in terms of COVID protocols, of course, players coming back from international duty, and just the typical standard fitness you have to deal with day in, day out anyway? Who is available for this weekend?
Well, we have, I'm just trying to think, we have most of our players back available now. Obviously, some still short in fitness, but obviously the likes of JJ and Wesley Fofana are probably the only 2 that are out at the moment in terms of fitness wise. So yeah, Ryan Bertrand will be back and available. Johnny Evans and Yannick Vestergaard are progressing very, very well. So yeah, we've had a good international break with getting players and increasing the fitness level. So hopefully all those players should be fit and available.
In terms of your recent record, of course, you've only played Manchester City not too long ago in the Community Shield, and it favoured well for you that day. Your recent record against City has been promising and encouraging one as well. Without giving too much away, of course, in terms of game plan, what is it that you look to implement every single time as to why you seem to get so much success against City?
No, listen, they're an incredible team of players, and I've always said they get the world's best manager. So it's always a huge challenge when you play against Manchester City. So, and this will be no different. Their squad is, they play the best positioning game in the world. The level of technique, the intensity, and the hunger of which they play, and that's why they've been so successful with Pep over these last numbers of years. So, you have to be fully concentrated. You need to try and stay in the game. And then when you have the ball, you know, you're going to be restricted in terms of your percentage of possession with the ball, no matter how good you are on the ball. But then when you have it, it's having that confidence to play and exploit any spaces that are there. So yeah, it's a team that you have to have full concentration against. Quality all over the field in their build-up play, how they prepare the game through the midfield, and then they get real special talents at the top end of the field that can make the difference. So like playing against any top opponent, you need to defend well. You need to play well when you have the ball. You need a little bit of luck, and you need to take your opportunities. So all of that combined, you hope can fall for you on the day.
As a club manager, is the international break something that's encouraged this early into the season? It's an opportunity to restart. I know you were very open after the Norwich game and said that so far you've seen that your team has kind of been off the standards that you kind of expect from them. So this is an opportunity now to start afresh with so many games still left in the season anyway.
Yeah, no, it's not starting afresh. It's just a build-up over the course of the season. You know, we've made a really solid start. You know, lots of players missing and whatnot, but yeah, we've made a solid start, winning 2 out of 3 games. But the exciting part for me is that with hopefully players returning and more game time and more fitness, then that performance level, I'm pretty sure, will increase. You know, I think for me, what was important after the Norwich game or after the West Ham game was that the players, we showed our mentality as a group, because you can't win every game. However, you have to have that ability to regroup and dig in. That's very important in any team. So going away to Norwich after the West Ham game was important for us, and we got the 3 points. So yeah, players over international break will gain that bit of fitness. You know, the ones that have stayed here, the ones that have gone away and played, you want them to get game time to increase their fitness. Thankfully, hopefully they'll come back fit and ready, and then we'll get a really exciting period now through to the next international break with some top games in the start of our European campaign.
A question.
That was the voice of Brendan Rodgers, the coach of Leicester City, talking about the game coming up tomorrow at King Power Stadium against English champion Manchester City. And let's check the fixtures from other leagues. Levante will play against Rayo Vallecano tomorrow, and at the Estadio de la Ceramica in Spain, Villarreal will be at home against Deportivo Alaves. Real Mallorca will take on Athletic Bilbao. Sevilla, their game against Barcelona has been postponed. And from the Italian Serie A, Empoli will play against Venezia, and a big one in the Italian Serie A tomorrow at the Diego Maradona Stadium in Naples. Napoli will play against Juventus. In the German Bundesliga, tomorrow, Bayer Leverkusen will play against Borussia Dortmund, Freiburg against FC Cologne, Greuther Fürth against Wolfsburg, Mainz 05 against Hoffenheim, Union Berlin will play against Augsburg, RB Leipzig against Bayern Munich. And from the French Ligue 1, PSG against Clermont Foot, Olympique Marseille will be at the Principality Stadium against AS Monaco. And on Sunday, in the English Premier League at the Elland Road, Leeds United will play against Liverpool. And in the Spanish La Liga, Espanyol against Atletico Madrid. Osasuna will take on Valencia. Cadiz against Real Sociedad. Celta Vigo will be the guest of Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. From the Italian Serie A, Sampdoria will play against Italian champion Inter Milan. Genoa against Cagliari. Spezia will play against Udinese. Torino against Salernitana. AC Milan will be at San Siro against Lazio. AS Roma will take on Sassuolo. And from the German Bundesliga, Eintracht Frankfurt against VfB Stuttgart, Hertha Berlin against Bochum, Borussia Mönchengladbach against Arminia Bielefeld. And from the friendly home, Montpellier against Saint-Etienne, RC Lens will play against Grody Boudou, Brest against Angers, Metz against Troyes, Stade Reims against Rennes, Nantes will play against OGC Nice. That was the fixtures of the European leagues that will be going down this weekend in France, England, Italy, Germany, and in Spain. And before I go, let me quickly inform you that West Ham United forward Mikel Antonio has been named as the Premier League Player of the Month for the month of August, while Tottenham Hotspur boss Nuno Espirito de Santo has won the Manager of the Month award. Antonio scored 4 goals in the Hammers opening 3 top flight game this season, including a brace in the 4-1 win over Leicester City. Nuno has enjoyed a strong start to his tenure at North London after being named the manager of Tottenham Hotspur in July. He won the first game 1-0 against champion Manchester City before successful victory against Wolves and Watford. Danny Ings scooped the Goal of the Month award for a spectacular bicycle kick on home debut against Aston Villa. The game ended 2-0 in favour of Aston Villa. So much to talk about, but time is not my friend. Anytime we talk sports on Solid Sport on T-Solid Radio. But on Monday, we'll come back to talk more on what is going on in the world of sports and to give you the result of games across Europe alongside all other events. Don't forget that this weekend, we'll be having the final of the Flushing Meadows, the one you call US Open, the men and women final. Tomorrow, Lena Fernandez will take on Emma Raducanu in the final of the women's singles. These are many more we'll be talking about on Monday. But till Monday, I remain yours sincerely, Samson Adedeji, where you call me Sport Evangelist. You can get me on 0806791417 for the best of news and entertainment. Stay tuned to us at T-Solid Radio. Till Monday, enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.